What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid News Now. Today's video is brought to you by Gamefly. If you love gaming like I do, go ahead and grab yourself a free 30-day premium trial of their game rental service just by using our exclusive link www.gameflyoffer.com/hybridnetwork. We've got a ton of news to talk about today. First up, the Batman solo film's production start date revealed, then new information about the trailers for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and yes, Logan. And then, speaking of Logan, we've got a first look at another mutant in the movie and some new villains as well. But first, let's jump into the DCEU and talk about the Batman working title. This is easily the most talked about, not actually announced movie ever. Yeah, that's right, it hasn't even officially been announced yet. But we do know it's in the works. I mean, Ben Affleck's been really open about working on a script with Jeff Johns. Time Warner CEO said last month the movie's still about a year and a half out. It's not like they're trying to keep this thing a secret. Of course, probably the biggest news recently was that the film's villain would be Deathstroke the Terminator himself, played by Joe Manganiello. And it's thanks to old Joe that we might just know when the Batman working title starts filming. In an interview with Entertainment Tonight, Manganiello dropped the massive scoop saying that he's getting ready to shoot the Batman working title this coming spring. You heard that right? Deathstroke's getting ready to shoot Batman. The production start date is huge information for a lot of reasons, but most importantly because it gives us a better idea of when exactly the movie might come out. Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, and Justice League all took, or will take, 16 or 17 months from the start of production to their actual release date. If the Batman working title starts filming in, say, March or April, that puts it on track to hit theaters in October of 2018, which, as it just so happens, has been the rumored release date for the last few months. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comments section down below, but moving on to our next story, let's talk Logan. The film, which now officially has a title that isn't just Wolverine 3, is ramping up the marketing after months of radio silence with a brand new poster and some cool new images that we'll talk about in just a minute. The film's official Instagram account is releasing new images every day at 10:23 a.m. on the dot, which has led to some speculation that something big might be unveiled this Sunday, October 23rd, or 10:23. Some folks think it'll be our first official look at Laura Kinney, aka X-23, the female clone of Wolverine, who's been rumored to be in the movie for the last few months, while others think it could be our first teaser trailer. Well, as for the latter, good news, bad news. The good news is we might officially have the trailer date straight from the British Board of Film Classification, who just classified the trailer today. The bad news, according to them, that trailer isn't coming until February 3rd to be exact, 1 month to the day before the film releases on March 3rd, 2017. Which is why I don't necessarily think what they're listing here is the first trailer. I mean, it'd be really unusual for a movie to debut its first trailer just a month before it hits theaters. Instead, we usually see first trailers for films debut about this far out, in the 5 to 6 month range, so don't uncross those fingers just yet. We might still see something on Sunday. Speaking of trailers, the BBFC also revealed today that they've classified the first trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. No release date attached to that one, but the fine folks over at TrailerTrack.com expect it attached to Doctor Strange when it releases in the UK exactly a week from today. And it'll probably see an online release around that same time as well, so it's time to warm up my reacting face. And so, comment question of the day, let me know when you think we'll see both of those trailers. But before we move on to our last story of the day and keep talking Logan, this video is brought to you again by Gamefly. As a special offer just for you guys, Hybrid Network's amazing viewers, Gamefly is offering you a free 30-day premium trial of their game rental service. For those of you that don't know what Gamefly is, essentially you rent from this huge library of games, they ship it to you, you play it as long as you want, and then you send it back for a new one when you're done. This is something I'm definitely going to be trying out with Battlefield 1 coming out this week, and if you're interested too, you can get that 30-day premium trial just by going to our exclusive link, gameflyoffer.com/hybridnetwork. Again, that's gameflyoffer.com/hybridnetwork. Down to our last story, let's talk about some new characters that were just confirmed for Logan. This is probably the most confusing character inclusion of the movie so far, as it's not the same actor, Thomas Le Marquis, who played the Morlock in Apocalypse. Instead, Caliban will be played by British comedian Stephen Merchant, who posted this cool image, which is awesomely reminiscent of Caliban's very first appearance back in 1981. And I say it's confusing not just because of the recasting, it's also kind of because it's very hard to figure out how the character got from where he was in X-Men Apocalypse to where he is in this movie, reportedly helping Logan take care of Professor X. On the less heroic side, we gotta look at some new villains for the film, the Reavers, who have been confirmed thanks to the latest official Logan Instagram post. The Reavers have been rumored since way back in May, when Nerdist News dropped the exclusive scoop that the gang of cyborg mercenaries would also be facing off with Logan. In the comics, those pesky Reavers were originally just a regular ragtag group of mercenaries who Logan, let's say, shredded. They were recovered by the Hellfire Club and were turned into cyborgs who continued to work for the club's White Bishop himself, Donald Pierce. Since it was revealed that Narcos actor Boyd Holbrook would be playing Pierce, it seems like they're loosely adapting that relationship, with the Reavers probably still working for / being led by him, but the Hellfire Club maybe not involved. Let me know what you think about both of those additions to the film, but that's going to do it for today's H&N. And if there's ever a story that you want featured in our subscriber suggested segment, just hit me up on Twitter @CJPascal or the channel @HybridNetwork_, or just drop us a line in the comments. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider supporting us on Patreon for access to all sorts of exclusive goodies. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you tomorrow.